know everything.
What?
Ultimate fist bump.
Netflix's Dark series finale is set to premiere on 27 June. So, we have tried to recap season 1 and season 2 so that all of you guys can catch up to the season 3 in matter of minutes. I'm your host the Spoiler King, bring you season 2 recap of Dark. So sit tight for the next 6 minutes. And don't forget to check the description section for more videos to help you solve the puzzle of Dark. So before we begin, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. And after this point, there are some huge spoilers ahead.
Shall we begin?
While we finished season 1 in the future, season 2 begins on 21st June 1921 with a young Noah killing a man who helped him creating the portal. Soon, we see that Adam asks older Noah to retrieve Claudia's diary in the order to prepare themselves for an apocalypse that will occur on 27 June 2020. Now, moving on to the present day Winden, we still have 6 days left for the apocalypse. Now the federal government sends Clausen to help Charlotte in the investigation, and adult Jonas makes Hannah believe that he is her son.
It's me, Mom.
By taking her back to 1986, where she sees Mikhail with Ines. Back in 1987, old Claudia helps her younger self with the coordinates of the time machine. At the same time, retired Egon Tiedemann started doubting his action regarding to the double homicide case of 1953. So he visits Ulrich, who has been living in a psychiatric facilities for past 33 years. On the other hand, in today's timeline, Regina reveals about the stranger stuff which contained a journey through time book in her interview to Clausen, which makes Charlotte question her past as she was brought up by Tannhaus. Meanwhile, Jonas is planning to stop Apocalypse, but he constantly stopped by adult Elizabeth Doppler. But somehow he manages to get inside and finds Claudia's recording describing the God particle, which can be used as a portal for time travel, which he uses with the help of Silja.
You're going in?
Whether I die out here or in there doesn't matter.
In 1954, Helga returns to his home after spending 7th month in 1987 with Noah, helping him to build the new time machine, and the older Claudia Tiedemann meets Agnes Nielsen, knowing that she will reveal the location of missing pages to her brother Noah in hope to rejoin the Sigmundus. Later that night, Noah retrieves the missing pages after killing her, but the cycle continues as the baton is now passed on to the another Claudia. Meanwhile, our Jonas lands in 1921 Winden, where he meets younger Agnes and Noah, and the latter escorts them to meet Adam, who has revealed to be the much older version of Jonas.
I am you.
And the leader of Sigmundus. He tells him about the loophole that will change the past, with the help of another God particle that can take him to any time he wants. Both Jonas and Adam believes that the cycle might have started with Michael's suicide, so he decides to travel back to the day before Michael's commits suicide. In 2020, adult Jonas and Hannah talks about the existence of time travel with Charlotte, Peter and Katharina. During her conversation with Jonas, Charlotte reveals that Tannhaus was not her real grandfather and that she has no idea about the identities of her parents.
Do you know who my parents are?
But later on, when she was visiting Tannhaus's workshop for clues, Noah visits her, revealing that she is his daughter. In between all of this, their children threatens Bartos unless he helps him with the time machine. So, he decides to take them to 1987. Meanwhile, Jonas travels back to 20th June 2019, where after having a brief encounter with Martha, he goes to his house so that he can convince Michael not to commit suicide. But at the same time, older Claudia arrives and pursues Michael and Jonas that former has to die so that Jonas can be conceived of the idea that the role is bigger than he believes.
Your role in all of this is much greater than you think.
In 1987, Egon tried to contact authorities after learning the fact that Claudia knows about the caves and time travel, which led him a tussle between them in which Egons die. The dying Egon realized that she was the White Devil, the term that he heard way back in 1954 by young Helga when he questioned him about Claudia. Soon after all of this, Jonas takes her, saying that they still can change the events. Meanwhile, in the present, Martha meets adult Jonas and is shocked to learn that the fact that he is her nephew.
A glitch in the matrix.
On the other hand, Clausen arrests Alexander and shows him anonymous letter which says that all the information regarding his missing brother of the same name could be found in Winden. Now he goes to the nuclear power plant and searches around the buried radioactive waste. When Charlotte learns about this from Waller, she believes that Clausen entering the area will provoke the apocalypse. At the same time in 1921, Noah confronts Adam when he later reveals that Elizabeth will become his wife and therefore Charlotte's mother.
Charlotte is your daughter.
But soon after that, he was shot dead by Agnes in the presence of older Magnus and Franziska. Coming back to the day of apocalypse in 2020, when Clausen opened the containers, Elizabeth simultaneously turns on the machine in 2053 and Magnus and Franziska do the same in 1921, which converts the waste into the dark matter. At the same time, Katharina opens the Sic Mundus gate in the caves, which creates a portal connecting Elizabeth in 2053 and Charlotte in 2020. Now as the God particle is evolving, Adams comes to 2019 and shoots Martha in front of Jonas. But soon he meets another version of Martha, from another world.
You will carry this pain for the rest of your life.
Look at me.
Until you're finally ready to let go.
Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, hit the like button. And for more such content like this, subscribe to our channel.